Hello my dear friends, welcome back to our channel J Multiverse. So today we are going to study radius of curvature. We will of course not forget the formula, but I will tell you the formula, but we'll do the questions in such a way that you'll always remember. Okay, so first let's get started. So firstly I want to introduce you to that. Let's say particles moving with a velocity v in a circle of radius r. So it experiences an inward acceleration, or you may call centripetal acceleration. Let's call it AC. So AC is v squared by r. We all know this. If you don't know how it comes, so you can see our previous videos, previous videos, that is acceleration of circular motion. It is in our playlist of circular motion. Okay. So by this, radius comes v squared by AC. Okay, I'm just using this as an example. I'm not telling that this is the standard case, but I'm just using it as an example. So whenever a particle moves with a velocity v and perpendicular, mark my words, and perpendicular component of its acceleration is AC, then the radius of curvature is defined to be this. So we can say that whenever a particle moves with a velocity v, and if its perpendicular component is an, that is normal component or perpendicular component, whatever you're gonna call it, is an, then the particle moves just for a moment in an imaginary radius of curvature which is equal to v squared by an. I want you to learn this by heart. Okay, so it's just an easy formula. The velocity squared divided by the normal component of acceleration, and that gives us the imaginary radius. The particle is moving just for a moment. Okay, because when it will move ahead and anywhere like this, the component may or may not be same. Okay, so it just for a moment and it's of course imaginary radius. All right, so I hope that you are clear with this concept. So let's take an example. Okay, for an example, let's say that a particle is projected like this on earth. Okay, and downward component of acceleration is g. All right, so let's say it is projected with an angle theta and the speed is v. Okay, so now I'm asking you that at the starting point, this is the starting point. At the starting point, what is radius of curvature? I'm asking you that at the starting point, what is the radius of curvature? So first, the most important thing that you have to remember is always to break up the components of the acceleration. I will just write down here. We have to always remember, always break components of acceleration, that is perpendicular, not velocity. Okay, this is very important. If you miss this, then your answer will obviously come wrong. So let's take an example. In the same question, I'm telling that if this angle is theta and this v. Okay, so first, if I'm just telling the wrong case first. Wrong case, I'm just writing. Okay, so wrong case, what will a person do? That he will see that downward acceleration is g at this moment, and he will break the components of this velocity. So it will come here v cos theta, and here perpendicular to the plane, perpendicular to the ground, it will come v sin theta. All right, so you will see that, what will you see, that this g is perpendicular to this component. So radius of curvature is v squared by an. An is the normal component, so v is v squared, v cos theta whole squared divided by g. No, this is absolutely wrong, because we always have to break the components of the acceleration, not the velocity. So let us see the right way. The right way is this. Many people do this way, but answer comes wrong. Okay, so they are confused. So I'm just making this example for that type of people. So this angle was theta and this is velocity is v. Okay, and this acceleration, downward acceleration, was g. So now we have to break the components of the g. Okay, so now we'll break the components of the g. So we will take the acceleration, this whichever acceleration component is perpendicular to this velocity. Okay, so let's see by geometry that if this angle is theta, then obviously this will be 90 minus theta, because it is perpendicular and this component is theta. All right, So this component will come out to be how much? G cos theta, and this component will come out to be how much? G sin theta. Okay, I hope you can understand this. It is very important this. So now we can see that velocity is our this v vector, and the acceleration perpendicular to it is g cos theta, not g sin theta. So easily we can write radius of curvature is equal to v squared by normal component of acceleration, which is in this case v squared by g cos theta. Alright, so in this case the right